Welcome back to another tropical outlook and discussion. In today's video, we're going to be looking at potential tropical cyclone 4, soon to become tropical storm Debby. Alright, there's a lot of new information tonight regarding its strength, regarding where this has set up with the low-level center. So this has all happened in just like the last 4 to 5 hours, where we've seen a rapid, not rapid strengthening, but definitely a good looking tropical depression potentially. We got very good vorticity just south of Cuba, and instead of this system actually making a landfall, okay, it made landfall here on yesterday, and then everybody was like, oh, it's going through the island, but the Cuba being so mountain, having so many mountains, kind of disturbed that low, and it recentered itself south of Cuba. And you can tell we have very good now banding features in this. We've had a little bit of convection trying to blow up in the center of this. We're going to have to see if we continue to see this development. But if we take a look at clouds here, this thing is really starting to close, you guys. We probably might have a tropical storm tomorrow morning. I'm not trying to hype this up or anything, but this has rapidly organized in the last 5 hours, and we're going to really have to watch. Alright. But, basically, what we are looking at right now is a potential tropical cyclone here in the next few days. This is going to be a pretty large storm, I think, and why it's developing probably so fast, because it has entered the waters. This is where the convection is. Alright, let me do my pen stuff right here. So, low-level center is right there. How can I tell? Because of that deep thunderstorm convection. But now we got rotation on all sides of this, where this has really begun to wrap, you guys. This is a very concerning, alarming situation now. You can tell some good banding features. I mean, I was at work and I kept getting my phone blow up in the weather community telling me, oh my god, this storm is exploding. I won't call it rapid intensification, but it is definitely, now with these waters, it is intensifying quite quickly. Much more organized than expected previous. Alright, so let's take a look at the waters. Why is this organizing pretty fast? Alright, let's take a look. Western Atlantic, and boom. The waters are ridiculous. This is going to be a very concerning storm. Alright, I'm not trying to hype this up or anything, but with slowing down and with everything, it concerns me about this, because now with the center being in about 30 degrees Celsius, this is going to continue to move, and it's probably going to make landfall in Cuba, and then intensify probably last second quite a bit. Definitely some deep convection right before Cuba, because there is a pocket of 32 to 33 degrees Celsius, you guys. This could come out and ride the Florida's coast, and its whole way is 30 to about 32 degrees Celsius, even in sunspots 33 degrees Celsius in the shorelines. So the water temperatures are remarkable, and you can tell definitely in the Caribbean where this is, in the Gulf. I mean, the waters are extremely warming, you guys. This is not good. Tropical activity is really about to start picking up, and we're really going to have to watch this. Alright, so now let's take a look at OCH. How is it doing? OCH, once again, there is that really deep 175 OCH in the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to have to watch that. That could crisp the outer edge of it on the eastern side, but I don't think it's going to really go in the loop current. But there's definitely a lot of OCH, so not too much upwelling. Now let's take a look at the current condition, and why this has intensified so rapidly is basically we got cyclonic flow just perfectly sitting on this. We got very good low wind shear. I mean, 5 to 10 knots right here in the Gulf. We got very low shear over here. We got a nice cyclonic flow and a rotational flow all around this system. So it's really having a good time right now. And I'm afraid that we're really going to have to watch this. And if we updated this, this is a little bit ago. But what I noticed is the rotation has consolidated even further. This is probably in the next one going to be off the coast. But the consolidation within the storm is actually happening a lot quicker because it has entered some of the warmest waters in the entire Atlantic. Alright, so we're really gonna have to watch. But we take a look at some models here. I'm gonna like to take a look at some models. This is, I'm not trying to make this a long stream because I got other things to do. But there's the GFS. Kind of interesting to me that has it now. I do not know why it has it north, but for some reason the GFS has a low level center north of Cuba. We're gonna have to watch that shift south, but it does intensify into a pretty strong actually tropical storm 998. But look at the shift. This actually rides the entire Florida's western coast. We're really gonna have to watch this. And then it starts slowing down, gets off in the eastern Atlantic, and this thing stalls. Very slow down, intensifies into a very strong category 2 hurricane. And then we see this actually ride the coast as a hurricane. And I'm not trying to concern you guys, but we do have another tropical wave that will make it in the Caribbean. GFS for the second run as a monster category 4 hurricane hitting Louisiana. And then you can tell even more tropical waves after that. So the Atlantic has really begun to wake up, and we're really going to have to watch this. Alright, now let's take a look at the European. The European, it's probably going to trend in the next runs a bit different. But it has a pretty strong now tropical storm, at least a 50-mile-an-hour tropical storm. Probably going to be stronger than that. Or I would say like 40-mile-an-hour tropical storm hitting Florida. Comes off the coast, slows down, stalls, and it intensifies into a pretty strong category 1 hurricane now. It shows a category 1 hurricane, moves very slow, moves through Georgia, South Carolina, and then weakens. And then after that, we're going to have to watch for other development. Alright, so main 2 models shows a hurricane. So we're really going to have to watch the second hurricane of the Atlantic season. I do think the tropics are really about to wake up. We take a look at the Canadian right into Tampa. North of Tampa by a lot, actually. In the Big Bend. So the trend has been actually back to the Big Bend. And we're really going to have to watch this for shifts. But I'm afraid that that's not going to happen. I'm afraid that this storm might be a bit stronger. And with it moving north. But look. Icon has a pretty strong now tropical storm 998, you guys, making landfall. So storm has trended stronger, enters once again these warm waters and becomes a category 2, stalls just off the Carolinas coast. We're really gonna have to watch this. This is very concerning, you guys. You guys have to please understand the potential for this system. All right. We take a look at some hurricane models, alright? Let's take a look at a HURF. I haven't seen these, you guys. So we're really going to have to watch this. But here it is. Makes actually landfall in a Big Bend as a Cat 1 hurricane. This is that concerning that this has trended up into a Category 1 hurricane. Comes off, it kind of comes off, strengthens a bit. Stays a hurricane, kind of stalls near Georgia with the HURF model. But right now we are raising the alarm that this could briefly become a hurricane in the Gulf. Alright, it could briefly. This is the Hemin, pretty much keeps it on land, so it doesn't really come off the coast. But this one has trended into about a 986 now millibars near the Big Bend, maybe just south of that. But now a hurricane is possible. In the Gulf of Mexico. We're really going to have to watch this for uptrends. We're really going to have to watch for RI possible. Things have changed, you guys. And we're really going to have to minute cast this now because even the HAFS A shows a 983 millibar last second into the Big Bend. So definitely some major changes. And then it kind of keeps it just fluctuating within the coast. Alright. Let's take a look. And that was actually half speed. So we're pretty much done with that. But there's the models. Very, very concerning. We're going to have more updates tomorrow. I'm probably going to try and do a morning stream tomorrow about this. But please stay tuned to the tropical outlook and discussion. Alright. Anything else before I go? And I would say probably not. Really keep an eye on this. And please, if you guys want to leave comments down below, ask me questions. And actually, there's one thing. It's the National Hurricane Center. I actually kind of forgot to show that. This is pretty much the outro here. Let the National Hurricane Center do. It has definitely a stronger storm. As of 8 p.m., this was 1,012. Now it's 1,010 mile an hour storm. So it's definitely beginning to intensify. Moving west-northwest at 60 miles an hour. This is a bit concerning that the cone has trended south. I'm very curious about the 0Z 11 o'clock update, but now it has it in the waters. We're really going to have to watch this. We're seeing this really ride here, so this is a bit concerning. If it does something like this way outside the track, we have some issues. Alright, but could this become a tropical storm before landfall in Cuba? No, I don't think it can, but anything's possible. Then it has probably a potential tropical cyclone. Is now making landfall closer to the Big Bend, but comes offshore and it actually keeps it right on the coast. Alright, intensifies this into a 65 mile an hour storm, so pretty interesting right there. But that's going to wrap it up in this one. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave it down below. Hope you guys liked the tropical outlook and discussion. And please stay tuned to the live stream with Pat. Alright? Path weather prediction. He's a great YouTuber, great weather source, and he's doing a live stream. So please stay tuned to him. He'll definitely help you guys. So stay tuned. Really watch the storm and talk to you guys tomorrow.